What's with men just not realizing that women can totally do casual?
I think it's not that men prefer casual.
I don't think men think dating is fun.
There are no guys who want a serious relationship.
Why don't guys ask girls on dates anymore?
What if the biggest surprise in modern dating isn't who's getting more attention, but who's no longer chasing it? Why are more men saying casual dating isn't worth the effort? Is this a temporary trend, or are priorities really changing? Stay with us until the end because the final reason behind this shift is something very few people are talking about.
It's not that men prefer casual. I think they like convincing you that it's serious and then getting to be like, what? It's casual. Because my idea of casual is like you hook up a couple times, you only text to kind of coordinate the details, you shake hands and it's done. But every time a guy gets me alone, and I know my friends have had this experience too, it's like, it's not like he's trying to hook up with me. He like wants to talk about his mom and like his parents' divorce and like share all these details and plan a trip to the Hamptons. So you start to be like, I guess he really likes me. I guess this isn't casual. And then the minute you say, we've created this like bond, are we in a relationship? They're like, what? I told you it was casual. And I think they like that bait and switch. And I don't have any advice. It's just an observation that I have.
For years, people assumed everyone wanted the same thing. But in 2026, more voices online are saying that many men are focusing less on casual dating and more on themselves.
Do you know why men do not date and take girls on dates anymore? Yeah, I know the reason. Do you want to know? Yeah, because dating apps, first of all, we are easily replaceable by the swipe of a hand. Second of all, I know a few girls that are doing the same thing. They go out every weekend and message guys off their dating apps, so-called, to get wined and dined. When we find this out, we do not want to take you on dates anymore because we don't trust you. We don't know what you are doing. We don't know if you've just been wine and dined from last week, from the week before, from other guys that you were talking to. Yes, we are probably talking to other women at the same time. You are also talking to other men. So this is why we do not want to take you out on a date, because we expected the highest rank. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And you were just expected to get wined and dined and then go, sorry, we just weren't compatible. And then on your Instagram the next day is like, why are all men the same? You've just been wine and dined for the last 4 weeks in a row, and you don't want, this is why we don't want to take you on dates.
Some say they're tired of the endless cycle. Swiping, ghosting, mixed signals, and short-term connections have left many feeling emotionally drained.
You know what I think? I think there are no guys who want a serious relationship in 2024.
And you want to know what I think? I think you're 100% correct, young lady. And the reason is because there's no benefit to men anymore. And we keep telling you ladies this over and over again. Men have looked at relationships. They've done an analysis and they've realized there's absolutely no return on investment in getting into a relationship with you. Now, a lot of you are thinking that that's not true because, well, you're still getting attention from men. But you see, the mistake you're making is you think that men are giving you that attention because they want to be in a relationship with you. When the reality is, they just want to have a little fun, if you catch my drift. You see, today's women have made it abundantly clear that they have extremely high expectations, unrealistic ones at that. They feel they can demand, and offer absolutely nothing in return except, well, this, whatever that is. And they don't show the least bit of kindness, caring, or consideration for men. So men have said, okay, we're not going to play this silly little game of yours anymore. We're taking our ball and we're going home. And that's why men aren't interested in serious relationships anymore. But yet, despite the fact we keep telling you this over and over and over again, you keep asking the question because you don't like the answer you're hearing. It's making you look in the mirror and say, what have we done? Why have we reached this point? And rather than take accountability, responsibility, and acknowledgement for that, you keep asking the question, hoping to get a different answer. The bottom line is this: men have walked away, and more of them are walking away every single day. So serious relationships are done for the near future. And until ladies are willing to accept responsibility, acknowledge the fact that they've treated men like garbage for decades now, and decide to make changes, it's only going to get worse.
Others believe time has become more valuable. Instead of chasing dates, they're investing in careers, businesses, fitness, and financial goals.
And I've just watched a video from one of my mates that I follow. His name's Devil's Advocate. Go and check his channel out. And on there, it's a crazy statistic. I don't know where it's come from. It was a young woman talking on one of his videos. I think he duetted. And basically what she was saying was she's been looking into some statistics about dating. And she's saying that since the pandemic in 2019, the percentage of men looking for dates and casually dating, looking for a partner, is down by 50%. Now, I'm going to do a little bit more digging to see where these stats are coming from. But in my understanding, I think this is probably true. Men aren't looking to date anymore. They're not really bothered about a girlfriend or a long-term relationship. I'm just wondering what this means for the human race. I mean, imagine if that statistic carries on going the way it is, or the trajectory that it's on. Down 50% since 2019 in 4 years. So imagine in another 4 years, going to have another drop. What do you think, women? Is it getting more difficult to find casual dates or to find a partner? Are you all just online chatting? I've heard that some people are even having relationships with AI bots, chat bots and things like that. I hope it's not true.
Money also plays a huge role. With rising living costs, many people feel building stability comes before building relationships.
I want to go one step further than that and say that I don't think men think dating is fun.
It's been truly fascinating watching that video end up on the red pill side of TikTok and Instagram. And I actually went out to dinner with a few of my former roommates the other day, which for those of you who have been following me for any significant amount of time, you'll know that I lived with 3 straight men for about 6 years. And it was really fascinating hearing them talk about how red pill men think about dating and relationships. They don't participate in that culture, but obviously because they are straight men on the internet, they have been exposed to it. And it was really fascinating because one of my former roommates was like, yeah, but what you might not understand is that a lot of these men view being in a relationship and getting married as like achieving a certain status. Like it increases their social currency if they are married. So when they think about dating, they don't think about it as like, oh, like, you know, am I getting along with this person? It's like, will this person fit into my idea of like what success looks like as like a high achieving man? And that type of thinking did seem to coincide with what a lot of men from that world were kind of saying in my comments. A lot of men were saying something to the effect of, why would we want to spend time and money and resources on someone if we don't think it's going anywhere? A lot of men in my comments brought up the fact that dating is really expensive for them and they don't want to go broke on someone if it's not going anywhere, which was an interesting point to bring up considering that I didn't mention anything about my expectation being that men pay for every single date that I go on entirely on their own. And while I understand my former roommate's point, the crux of the matter is that if a man like that views getting married as a marker of success rather than being in true partnership with somebody else, that means that their success comes at the cost of another person's humanity. I think there's a lot of nuance to dating, and I understand that burnout and stress and fatigue can come with it. In all genders and in all sexualities, absolutely. But to the men in my comments who specifically are saying that they don't like dating women because there are no high-value women around anymore and they're going broke for people who show up and do nothing, I don't respect you. You're in my comments telling me it's high risk to go on a date with a woman like you're going to war. Brother, you're going to a wine bar and spending $35 on a bottle of Gulp Ablo. And yeah, you might be looking for a wife, and the person that you're looking for might be looking for a husband. And everything from meeting until marriage is the in-between. And if you're not having fun in everything in between initially meeting and getting married, good luck with that marriage of yours. Get out there, fellas. Have some fun. You might find you enjoy yourself hanging out with these women you say you hate so much.
Social media has changed expectations too. Constant comparison and unrealistic standards have made dating feel more complicated than ever.
What's with men just not realizing that women can totally do casual? There's almost like this idea that we can't. And you know why it really pisses me off? Is because it assumes that the man is this amazing, great thing that a woman just can't help but lose her mind. She can't help but get attacked. Have you ever considered that the reason that I want to do casual with you is because I don't really feel like there's a risk of that?
It's come to my attention that there are women out there who willingly choose to be with men who don't make them come. Girl, Get yourself a rose and leave that man. Why are you putting yourself through that miserable existence? You're telling me you enjoy his company so much that you're allowing him to not make you finish? Bullshit. We fought too hard for these rights to have them stripped from us and thrown in our face. Okay? You're setting us back. You're better than that.
That doesn't mean people have stopped wanting love. Many simply say they're looking for meaningful relationships instead of temporary excitement.
Why don't guys ask girls on dates anymore? All I'm getting is vague, let's hang out sometime energy. It's not that men stopped being interested, it's that dating apps trained everyone to wait for a green light, and social media made rejection feel permanent. One wrong move and suddenly you're a screenshot in a group chat. So instead of asking a girl out, they test the waters, send memes, flirt halfway, and drag out conversations for weeks with no plan. Meanwhile, women are left feeling like they're being kept warm instead of chosen. No time, no place, no intention, just constant low-effort attention. Confidence didn't disappear, it just became rare, and that's why the guy who actually says, "I want to take you out, when are you free?" immediately stands out.
At the same time, this shift has sparked countless debates online. Some believe it's a healthy change, while others think it's only a temporary reaction to modern dating.
So I saw this interview of a guy asking a girl what she brings to the table, and her response is exactly why men are tired of dating. She basically said she doesn't have to bring anything to the table and got offended that he even asked her that question. This entitled mindset is why men are walking away from dating. Here's what I realized. Men have been taught since birth how to treat women, but we as women are taught our entire lives how to be treated by a man, not how to treat a man. Like, think about it. From the time we're little girls, we're told what we deserve, what we should expect, what standards we should have, but nobody teaches us what we should give, how we should support, or what we should contribute. Men from a very early age learn about respect, providing, protecting, leading, and making a woman feel valued. But what are women learning? How to receive, demand, expect, and be catered to? We're taught that we're queens who deserve to be worshipped, but nobody teaches us how to be the type of woman worth worshiping. And the dating advice women get from other women is so toxic. We have this mentality, if he won't, then someone else will. So if he won't pay for your dates or buy you expensive gifts or treat you like a queen, then guess what? Someone else will. Like, that's basically the dating advice for women, and it's so messed up. Like, imagine if the roles were reversed and men were like, if she can't cook or won't clean or support or respect me, then someone else will. Women would lose their freaking minds. And then y'all would start calling that toxic masculinity. We've literally created a generation of women who think they deserve everything while bringing absolutely nothing to the table. And then we wonder why men are walking away from dating altogether. Men are expected to have money, a career, a car, a house, emotional intelligence, leadership skills, the ability to provide and protect. But when they ask what women bring, suddenly that's offensive. Meanwhile, men are working on themselves, building their careers, focusing on their fitness and finances, learning how to be a better partner. And what are women doing? Complaining that there are no good men while refusing to become good women. The dating advice for women has become what can you get, not what you can give. It's about finding someone who serves you, not someone you can serve alongside. And here's the contradiction that nobody wants to talk about. Us women can't say, get rid of the patriarchy, and then expect men to give you patriarchal privileges. You can't demand equality and then still expect men to pay for everything, approach you first, and provide for you. We want to tear down traditional gender roles when it benefits us, but keep them when they serve us? That's not equality. That's having your cake and eating it too. And then we act shocked when men choose to focus on themselves instead of dealing with entitled, demanding women who offer nothing but expect everything. This is why men are going their own way. This is why they're choosing peace over relationships. We literally made dating not worth their time or energy. You can't expect to receive what you're not willing to give. Like attracts like, so become the person you want to be with. Stop asking what men can do for you and start asking what you can do for them. That's how you become irreplaceable.
Whether you agree or disagree, one thing is clear. People are becoming more intentional about where they spend their time, energy, and attention.
Calling all the men who think their wives have gone insane. Your wife is probably between the age of 35 and 45. She has no libido. She has no interest in being intimate with you. In fact, you breathe wrong. You smell wrong. You're doing everything wrong. She has no motivation. She's tired all of the time, not just as an excuse at night, but literally tired all the time she's taking naps. She never did that before. You're wondering, where did my wife go? She doesn't participate in any of the hobbies that used to light her up. You don't remember the last time you have seen her lit up. She complains a lot about her body aching. She's taking a lot of ibuprofen, maybe a little extra wine. She just feels and looks meh. And it doesn't seem like any amount of romance, helping around the house, motivation, nothing you do is helping. Maybe you're even already going to marriage counseling because she thinks it's you. She probably already went to her doctor and asked for help with libido and her tiredness and all of it. And her doctor probably said, it's probably your marriage. And so then she came home and signed you up for marriage counseling. Or maybe I'm talking to the man that it's too late and you're hearing this after you've been separated or divorced. This is perimenopause. It is destroying relationships because nobody, no doctors, not the women and not the men, know that this is happening, and everyone is blaming the husband and the relationship. So I want to hear your story. Share in the comments what has been going on. Did you know about perimenopause? Does all of this sound like your wife? Let's figure it out together.
So, is this the beginning of a long-term shift? Or will dating eventually return to the way it used to be?
Boring sex creates bored men, and bored men create unhappy women. This is what quietly kills relationships, guys. Most women blame stress, kids, lack of date nights, but the real killer is far more intimate. It's the predictable, low effort, going through the motions sex. You show up tired. You're not really in the mood. You do the same routine and wait for it to be over. And then you wonder why the spark died and your relationship is slowly falling apart. Boring sex doesn't just bore him. It kills attraction. It kills emotional connection. And worst of all, it kills your own happiness and feminine energy. But the woman who is an absolute freak in bed, she becomes exciting, magnetic, and addictive. Her man doesn't just want her, he craves her. He thinks about her during the day, pulls her in close at night, stays obsessed with her because she keeps the fire burning hot. And in return, she feels more powerful, more confident, more alive, and more desired.
Now we want to hear from you. Do you think more men are losing interest in casual dating? Or is social media making the trend seem bigger than it really is? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with us for more discussions on modern dating.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.